$2.50. That is what 3 billion people across the world are living on each day. That's almost half of the population. And at least 80% of the world lives on less than $10 each day. And with that much money, most, if not all of it, goes to buying food and water. And when I say food and water, I mean food that's not very nutritional and water that's probably not very clean. And that's from an article published by Anoop Shah, written in 2013. With most of the money being spent on food, and there's no money for anything else like clothes or shelter. Poverty is a big issue, not just in developing countries, but also in countries that are already developed. I've researched poverty facts and some organizations who are trying to help.
You don't put that paper down, I'm going to read the speech to us.
This is important because not many of us worry about where we're going to get our next meal or where we're going to be able to sleep tonight. But in most developing countries, that's what most of the population is worrying about. And they can't do anything about it because there is really no one to help them. So today I'm going to ask you to vote for my candidate for the Humanitarian of the Year Award, which is the organization ONE. ONE is an organization that helps to fight poverty in developing countries and helps to end preventable diseases. With the money that comes with the award, ONE would be able to save lives and do what they set out to do. So now that you know who my nominee is, I would like to start by talking more about the organization. ONE is a company that was founded by another company called DATA, which stands for Debt, AIDS, Trade, and Africa. DATA was founded by Bono, who we know is the lead singer from U2. And according to an article written by Brisbane Times in 2008 titled "Bono Presented with a Nobel Prize," Bono is a well-known activist in fighting AIDS and poverty in Africa. He has founded and co-founded several organizations, and his active support has won him several awards and has even nominated him for a Nobel Peace Prize. He's also met with U.S. presidents and several other countries to help advocate for poverty and ending it. And according to the ONE website, it was founded in 2004, and since then has raised $95 billion to help end poverty. And DATA is the organization that founded ONE, and in 2008 they joined forces under the name of ONE. So ONE is the campaign to make poverty history, and they're well underway of doing that. ONE has raised money and has fought to end poverty since its creation. It's made incredible progress, but without the right support, their plan will surely fail. So now that I've discussed the nominee, I would like to discuss more about what they do and give more facts on poverty and preventable diseases. Poverty is one of the biggest issues across the globe, not just in the U.S., also in countries in Africa and Southern Asia. Countries in those regions need help much more than we need here. So the two main things that they're trying to end are poverty and preventable diseases. And they make such a large contribution to those countries who sometimes are corrupt or just don't know how to care for their own citizens.
Howard, I'm never going to read this first. I'm going to stop grading if you want to continue to read.
Okay. With the help of ONE and other organizations just like it, poverty has been cut down by 60%, and with the right support, it could be eliminated in the next 15 years. And although they try to end hunger and poverty, they also advocate for governments to help their citizens, and they invest in agriculture and nutrition, and even help develop economies for those who are struggling. So poverty is one of the main issues that one is trying to end, specifically in countries in Africa. And in an article written by Anoop Sai in 2013, Poverty Facts and Stats, every day 22,000 children die from starvation. And these are in some of the poorest villages on earth where they can't get any help. And it's estimated that 40 million people have AIDS, and of those 40 million, 3 million die each year. Between 300 million and 500 million people have malaria, and of those, 1 million die each year. And Africa accounts for 90% of malaria-related deaths. Now that I've discussed more about what one is trying to accomplish and more about poverty, I would like to talk about how the money will help them in their campaign. Without money, one would not be able to do many of the things that they are doing now. With the money that comes with the award, they would be able to hire nurses and doctors, which will help combat disease and illness, or they would use the money to help eliminate poverty in poor countries. And one is a nonprofit organization, so all the money would be going directly towards raising awareness or going directly towards helping end poverty. In conclusion, one is trying to and is succeeding in their campaign to end poverty, but without the right support or not enough of it, they will not be able to continue. Even though they are miles and miles away, poverty can affect us here. And with the right support, poverty can be eliminated, which in turn will make the world a better place, which is why I'm asking you to vote for one as my nominee for the Humanitarian of the Year Award.